was a frequent sight in the 80s and 90s, and it's continued on till today. Playoff football in the Bay Area as we welcome you to Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, it's the second game here on this Wild Card Saturday, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the San Francisco 49ers. It's the second of our two games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Here we go, son. Out, let's go. All right.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And this will be a Falcons first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. 58, son.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Up the middle they go. Bowles. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now Fields going to run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Go.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And this one is no good. He missed it. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Foster. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title, so they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
On first, they stick with Foster. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Second and 9. They'll go again with Foster. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Now back to throw. That is incomplete.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Quick hitter here, it's complete. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Robinson up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Well, he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
It's 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Delayed give to Foster. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. We're scoreless after 1.
3rd and 10.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. And it looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
He'll drop to throw.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Terrell Bernard getting in there to drop him for a sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
Fields. And complete to Drake London.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Here we go.
Fields now to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
to throw now on 2nd and 10. Open man here is Gentry.
Down the right sideline.
And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. For the defense, the problem wasn't so much that they let him catch that drag route. It's that they had nobody around him after the catch.
As you well know, when they make the catch, you have to make the tackle on the spot. Those yards after catch are the yards that kill a defense because it keeps drives alive.
A first down carry for Foster. And Powell running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They keep it in the hands of Foster. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And it's caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, a 5-yard touchdown. And the 49ers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Off play action, Fields. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Falcons nothing. Chase McLaughlin set to kick
So
off.
they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And shoves him off at the 20.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Here's Fields.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They've been starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a gain of 34.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Fields throwing again. That's downfield. He's got Fannin.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Here we go, shot. Hey, 331.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Gets past him at the 10. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. And got his man complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The RPO, he completes it. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Back to throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. A big third down play there for the Niners. 47 yards.
And what a call, because they ran a triple out route. 3 guys running out routes at varying depths. And then they let an inside receiver try and sneak free and run deeper downfield, and he does. And the defense out of sorts here, and it turns into a big play.
A shotgun handoff now. Foster. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Out of the gun, they hand to Foster. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is 2nd and 8.
Check. 70 Lions.
Back to throw. Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Niners continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. McLaughlin for the extra point.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Niners 28, Falcons 7.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Hey, Cam.
Here's Fields. Pass caught right side, Fannin.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards that time. And the tight end goes in motion left.
Back to throw, Fields. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new, it worked there.
319,
Now it's Fields. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Here we go, son.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Might have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the fourth quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one. But I don't think they're built like that.
Here we go.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Harold Fannin.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for the Niners. 61 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
They run up the middle with Foster. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Foster running left. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
46 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter.
Ready.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Shut up. 60 Eagles.
Toss right side. Foster hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal.
Ready. 10.
They'll set up a throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal.
18 Cardinal. 70 range.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Here we go.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
Oh, he sheds himself free.
Down the sideline he goes. And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Fields.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go, son.
Now Fields. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game. And a 1st down as well.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball down.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Terrell Bernard, his 2nd sack of the night. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
19 Wendy. Here we go.
They'll run for it with Robinson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Didn't quite get the touchdown, but now they're really knocking on the door.
And if you're the play caller, now you're thinking to yourself, what is your sequence? Because you're not just thinking one play here just in case. You're looking ahead as well. I wonder if he's just thinking 3 power plays at max to get the ball in the end zone.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Green, right.
Here's Fields on the sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Well, that's tough right there. Asking your quarterback to get you 2 yards on a sneak. As it turns out, he gets them no yards instead.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go, Scott.
Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Going up the middle, Foster.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Viking 18. Let's go.
A give left side, Foster. He'll get this to about the 38.
Another carry for the running back. Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. A give. This is Foster. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They're going to look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That is intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Watts. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Now Fields. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Well, this one's going to sail on him a bit, and it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
You got a mini base. Why not? Here we go. You good. 319 just right.
Back to throw. Fields. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle is going to be made at the 49ers 37. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
Hey, you just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lapse. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
All eyes on Fields. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Here's Fields. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
Hey, Ken. 58, is that? Is that right?
They snap it to Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
That's another Falcons first down. It's a gain of 20.
He's back to throw.
First down, Atlanta.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Here now, 2nd and 10 from the 13.
Here we go. Turn, turn.
They'll look to throw. And he's in for the touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
Ready up.
This is 1st and 10.
19, 70. 6, come 19. 65 cat, 65 cat. Hey, check that, street.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now 2nd down and a few inches.
Let's go now. 19, 19, Tiger.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
60 Bison.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
And this one nearly intercepted. That one might need to go back to the drawing board. Almost a disaster. And it winds up just an incomplete pass, though.
And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.